we as media, we talk about history, what happened in the last match before that. Do you guys think about history when get into the field or before while preparing? Do you think of what happened in the last World Cup, what happened in the World Championship final, or you just completely set aside and focus on this match? How does your preparation go?
No, honestly, I mean, look, that's the beauty of this team. Half of the guys uh, were not even born when we won our first World Cup. And then when we won our second World Cup in 2011, half of the guys were not even playing the game. So I mean, for us, this current crop of players, they are very much into what is happening today, what can happen tomorrow. Those are the things they try and focus on. They really, I don't see them talking about, how we won the last World Cup, how we won our first World Cup. The focus is on how they can get better as a player, what they can bring to the team, and what are the things they need to improve. So that's the beauty of the crop of players we have at this point in time. The focus is always on the present, and that I believe is a very very good thing. Going into a tournament like this, game number one, the focus has always been on what we can achieve today. What you achieve today sets you up for what you can achieve tomorrow. So I think the crop of players that we have is very much focused on that process.
How about you or Virat, the experienced crop? I mean, people who have played this 4 years ago, played them, in between played them. What about you guys?
No, I think it's very, you obviously in the back of your mind, you know what has happened in the past. But what has happened in the past is the past. What you can do today, what you can do tomorrow is what, we usually talk about. So I don't think there's much debate or much talk about what happened 10 years ago or 5 years ago or the last World Cup as well.
Rohit, it's not an easy job to be the Indian captain. A lot of things go on in your head, and right now when you reflect back, look back as an individual, little boy playing at this ground, now you'll be leading the side out in the semi-final. So do you get time to reflect on your individual journey as well, how special it is going to be, and how close you are getting to that unfinished business you spoke about in Chennai?
I don't think there's so much time to think about it. The focus is on the game, what we have in hand tomorrow. I seriously have no time to think about my journey, what it has been in the past. Probably after 19th November I'll think about it. But right now it's just business and pure business of getting the job done for the team. Obviously, it's such a high-profile tournament. Everybody is watching, and you want to display good cricket as Indian team, and that is what we've done in this tournament so far, which is very, very good. But again, we know the importance of this week. For us, we don't really have to change too much. Be in that same mindset as we were before the start of the World Cup.
Rohit, at the start of the World Cup, when you were asked about the unfinished business, you said you don't want to be desperate and finding a balance, and you also need a little bit of luck through the tournament. You're here to win 2 games away from winning the World Cup as a captain. How does you reflect on that part of it?
No, see, I mean, getting through to the qualifying stage, then the semis, and then the finals. There are processes that you have to do because in the league games you have 9 games that you have to play well to qualify. So our first focus obviously was to qualify from the league stages through to semi-finals. And 9 games is a lot of games. Literally 2 or 3 bilateral series, to be honest. So you got to break it down into games, different venues. So you got to break it down into different strategies as well. Different opposition you play. So yeah, for us it was all about how we can break it down into parts and then take it forward. When you're playing 9 games, 9 different opposition, 9 different venues, you got to adapt to different strategies, policies, ideas, methods of getting the job done for the team. And I think we did that really well. The first of the tournament, if you see, I think we chased, the first 5 games, and then the next 4 games we batted first. So I think in terms of, the areas that we wanted to cover, I think we've covered almost every bit of it. But again, like I said, we do understand the importance of this week. But for us, I don't think we need to do anything different from what we've been doing in this tournament. There will be challenges thrown at you at different stages of the game. You just got to respond. You just got to front up and get through that situation.
Yeah. Rohit, sorry. New Zealand probably gave you one of your toughest games in the group phase. What's impressed them, or what have you been impressed by their play?
Yeah, look, I mean, overall, whenever we've come up against New Zealand, obviously, probably the most disciplined team in terms of how they want to play the game. And, they play their cricket very smartly. They understand the oppositions quite well. Having played, with a lot of our players in different stages of their careers, different tournaments, they do understand the mentality of the opposition, and it is the same for us as well. But yeah, I mean, whenever we've played against them, the most disciplined team, I would say. And yeah, I mean, they've been very consistent for so many years now, playing semi-finals and the finals of probably all ICC tournaments in the last, I don't know, maybe 6-7 years, from 2015 onwards, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, we do understand what they bring to the table and how they play their cricket. We've been closely following all the teams as to where their strength lies, where their weaknesses lies, and based on that, we try and go out there and play the game.